everyone! In this video we're going to be continuing work on this duplex series. We've already completed the red duplex on the right side of the lot, and we are going to continue with the downstairs in this yellow building. I'm building here in Ciudad Enamorada, and I am basing this on some duplexes that I actually did visit in San Miguel de Allende. And I'm just trying to make them look like regular Mexican houses. Most of them are family homes. And so first we're going to work on this entryway. I am using this rug which really reminds me of my childhood because we had some rugs that were very similar to this. They were more oval shaped, so I kind of have that on that mirror, and I decided to just make it like an entryway space with some storage, and so that you can just grab some stuff when you're on the go, or just some extra storage for this house. So I really wanted this to be a house for teachers. I was thinking school teachers, like they teach children and they may be more focused on science. So I also gave them a kid. I was thinking this was a couple and their kid is kind of not necessarily spoiled, but they have been very supportive of this kid getting into science, and they are very creative. So this art table is from Little Campers and it's really cute. It looks like it's a car, but it's just cardboard. So there's a few things like this. They are just made of cardboard in this house. And this kid is really into space. So their bedroom is completely like full of spaceships and stuff like that. So this is the living room. There's just a TV and a couch, also a little stool. And I really liked having the TV on this shelf. I think that worked great, and there's a decent amount of books in this house, so I placed even more books on there, but I also have that bookshelf there in the hallway, and I used a lot of the artwork from Love Struck because it just feels very nostalgic to me, and actually this whole build is pretty nostalgic in general for me, and I still have another 2 apartments in this series, because I'm going to leave one of those blank. And actually, you should already be able to get the shell for this complex from the gallery. It would be just blank. Probably it would have the bathroom and the kitchen stuff, which is pack content, but you don't really need that, so the shell wouldn't use as many packs as this whole series is using. But yeah, it's just focused on many things that I relate to, that I have seen in my childhood. There's a few teachers, and there's one that's going to be for an artist. So I did actually use some of the new kit on that one, and I'm just really enjoying this process. So I should have some more of these soon on the channel. But I'm also going to be working on some autumnal builds and some Halloween builds, and yeah, it's my favorite, Mexican builds and occult builds, so it's going to be fun. But here in the kitchen, I really wanted to use these, it's a pot from Cottage Living, and it reminds me of one that my grandmother had. Actually, I showed this to my brother, and he saw that and he was like, oh yes, this is also very nostalgic for me. And I am using some other stuff from the Country Kitchen kit, and I also used some like clay pots from Love Struck, which also felt pretty accurate to me. And yeah, I'm using the stuff from the counters and cabinets from For Rent, which I really love that it has that kitchen towel. And I also used some of these shelves from the Book Nook kit because they were so great with it was the same wood tone, and they are great for cluttering up like this. And I also decided to have a little box and some cards from Seasons on top of the fridge, because I was thinking that they probably were cards that their students had made for the teachers. Maybe it was for Teachers' Day or something like that. And I wanted to have a decently sized dining table in here because I was thinking that it was also used as a desk. There isn't a desk in here for the parents. I only included one for the child. And so I wanted to make it look like they were very busy. So I am not actually sure if you can eat at every place in that table. I think that at least 1 or 2 are blocked because of the computer and all of the clutter, but they can also eat in the couch, so it shouldn't be a problem. And I added an extra bookcase in here because you can never have too many bookcases. And I made sure to have also a trash can and a plant, because you also can never have too many plants. So we're going to start working on the child's bedroom now, and I really wanted to use this bed from Tiny Living. It's so cute, and I really love the red with the grey in here. Also, the bed sheets look like they are the same color as the wall, so I thought that it worked great for the color scheme. And also, I am using a bedside table from high school years, a base game closet, which is probably my favorite closet because it looks so... like, it has enough storage. I think many of the dressers don't look like a realistic amount of clothes storage and just storage in general. And I also used this desk from City Living with a chair from Cottage Living because I really loved all of that storage that had, because even if it's not functional as a bookshelf, I really wanted to make sure that these people looked like they had so many books, and the child also loves books, and I just thought it was very cute. That chair also felt perfect. It was the perfect red and the perfect style. It just looks like a chair that a child would use, and maybe that's why I almost never use it in a kitchen, although I did use it in a kitchen very recently. It was a pastel Victorian kind of house, and it was all like really vintage and pretty. And yeah, I thought that was cool. I'm also using some of the artwork from Parenthood because it has some UFO and science watches. And all of the other like science stuff is from the base game because I also don't have Get to Work. So I don't really have any of that alien stuff or yeah, that kind of thing. I don't have it. But I think that it worked great. Also that height chart, I think it's called, is from Growing Together, and it also has a spaceship with an alien abduction, which I thought was very cute. That lamp from Little Campers, it's a rocket, and these posters are from Discovery University and Strangerville, and I also decided to use these cool projects from Parenthood because they are actually functional, and they're really cute. You can actually make that rocket take off, and this is what I was talking about, this cardboard rocket that the child had probably made with their parents. I thought that was just so cute, and I just really wanted it to look like the parents are supportive of this child's interests, and I just thought it was just so cute. I was a very crafty child, so I did have many things made out of cardboard, and I was drawing all of the time, even if I was really bad at drawing as a child. So I added a few more of those school projects. I also wanted there to be a backpack that's also from Growing Together, and I thought that some string lights would be perfect. These are just little stars, which I think is so cute. When they added that with the infant update, I was so very happy. That I think that's one of the few items from that update that is so versatile that you could have it in many different houses or many different rooms, not just for infants. You could also have it in like university dorms, and I was just very happy when I saw that we got that item, and it's just perfect for a space-themed bedroom. So yeah. Here in the parents' bedroom, I wanted to use this bed from Cottage Living because it reminds me of my own bed because of the metal frame. Mine isn't black, it's kind of lilac. But yeah, it just felt like something that I would be familiar with, which is what I try to do in most of this build in general, not just this specific unit. And I am also using these pictures from Lovestruck, and I wanted there to be some more storage, some more books, because I think that these teachers have their work everywhere, and maybe some of these books aren't about their work, they just love books, they are always reading. So I really wanted to have those there, and I also included a dresser. There's also going to be a closet in the bathroom, so there's actually a lot of storage in this particular unit. And I also included this trunk from Cats and Dogs with all of those books. Some more plants. One is from Discovery University and the other tiny one is from Lovestruck. I am obsessed with that plant because of the pot that it is in. It just feels so familiar to me. It's just perfect. It just really transports me to different places that I've been in. I also have some stuff that is in a similar style in my own home. And yeah, it made me so very happy to see that it's in the game, and I think that I'm going to be using it in every single one of these units. But it feels realistic to me. It seemed reasonable. But here in the bathroom, we are going to be using most of the fixtures that we have in the other bathrooms. I made a custom shower with that new shower head from Lovestruck, and I also wanted to have some laundry in here, so I did make sure to include the hamper in the parents' bedroom. And I also included this map of the world from Discover University, and this is the same shelf that I was using in the living room. It's from Cats and Dogs, and I just wanted to make sure that there were enough spots for everything that you would have in a bathroom as an essential. There's still a closet, so I think that these seems to have everything they could need, and they are very neat in a way, even if they have books spilling everywhere. Maybe they should have more bookshelves than they have dressers and closets, but yeah, I just thought that it was a cute detail, and I also included some like Q-tips and cotton balls and stuff because that's just the kind of thing that I associate with parents. And I also decided to have a little shower mat. It's one from Get Together, the ones that you get as club rewards. So I picked the one with the spaceship because everything here was going to be about space. So we're now upstairs working on the terrace, and I had realized that I was missing a trash can on the other one, so I just made sure to briefly go over there and add that, and I also added one in the one for this duplex. I have bars in every one of these terraces, and I also have the water tower behind that little half wall, because that's something that you will see a lot in Mexico. Many of these are partially hidden behind walls, so that you can't really see them from the street. Many of the times they just have them out in the open, but I really wanted to include that, especially because of how this pergola was, but I thought that it was just so perfect and it looks incredible from the front. But yeah, I also wanted to have a grill, a little table with chairs. The chairs are from Lovestruck, and they have the same exact teal as the table runner. That's from the Backyard Stuff Pack, and I also wanted to make sure that there was somewhere to play chess and a telescope just so that they could grow their logic skill. And I also included some planters, and I used more of these plants from Lovestruck because I just really love them. And I also added a little table next to the grill so that there would be somewhere to put all of that food. So that's going to be it for this particular unit, and actually for this whole yellow building, because that's the other unit that I'm leaving blank, the one on top of this one. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you will stay tuned for the next videos in this series. I will have that playlist linked down in the description so that you can watch the first two units coming together. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.